The total population of a village is 5,000. The number of male and female increases by 10% and 15% respectively. Male and female increases by 10% and 15%. And consequently, the population of the village becomes 5600. We can use jungle rule 6 very easily, butterfly diagram, to solve these kind of questions. What is the overall increase in the population? Overall increase is 5600 minus 5000, that is 600. So how much is the percentage increase? Overall percentage increase is 12%. Now male increase 10%, female increase 15%, overall increase is 12%. We can now use our butterfly diagram. Distance from 10 to 12 is 2 and distance from 15 and 12 is 3. That means male and female are there in the ratio of 3:2. 5,000 is the total population. They are looking out for the number of males in the village. Number of males are 3 by 5 of 5,000. That is 3,000, and that features in option B. We can also use the general algebraic method. We can say m plus f is 5,000. Then male increase by 10%, 1.1 m plus 1.1 f equals 5,600. We can solve these two equations and we'll get m equals to 3,000 and f equals to 2,000. Simultaneous equation we can build and we can also solve, but still rule 6 butterfly diagram always rules the jungle. A 5-liter jug contains 4-liter salt water solution which contains 15% salt in it. So we have 4-liter solution which have 14% salt. 4 into 15, 0.6 liter of salt we can say. If 1.5 liters of the solution spills out, okay, 1.5 liters spills out. 1.5 into 1.5 is 2.25. That means 15 into 15 is 225. So 0.25 liters salt also spills out and out of the jug, and the jug is then filled to capacity with water. So now it is 2.5 liters solution, and to it we are adding 2.5 liters water. Then what percentage of the resulting solution in the jug is salt? Now salt is 60 minus 25 we do. So there is what percentage of the resulting solution in the jug is salt? We have salt 0.375 out of 5 liter into 100. That would be 37.5 by 5. That is 7.5% is the salt. That is in option D. The average age of 40 student is 16. That means total age is 14 into 16. That is 640. The average age of girl is 15.4 and age of boys is 16.2. Okay, girl, boy. We can use butterfly diagram again. Age is 15.4, boys is 16.2 and overall is 16. And we have got 40 students in the class. Difference between 16 and 16.2 is 0.2 and this distance is 0.6. So the ratio is 1:3. Find the number of boys. Number of boys in the class are 3 by 4 into 40. That is 30. There are 30 boys and 10 girls. We can use again rule 6 butterfly diagram of the jungle rule to find this answer in no time. Number of boys are 30. That features in option A. In a business, P and Q invested amounts in the ratio 3:4. We can say 3x, 4x. Whereas the ratio between amount invested by P and R, okay, we have three people. PQ in the ratio 3 is to 4 and PR in the ratio 6 is to 7. Let me write this as QPR. Q and P in the ratio 4 is to 3 and PR in the ratio 6 is to 7. If I multiply this by 2, so this will become 4 and 8. So the ratio of their contribution is 8 is to 6 is to 7. If rupees this was their profit, how much should Q receive? Okay, Q should receive its proportion 8 out of the total. 8 plus 7, 15 and 6 is 21 into 106,501.50. If we want, we can take help of our friend, that is calculator. 106,501.5 into 8 divided by 21 is 40572. It is 40572. Share of Q should be 40572 rupees. That option D is the answer. The sum of the digits of a two-digit number is 10. That means let the two digit be AB, then A plus B is 10. If 18 is subtracted from it, the digits in the resulting number will be equal. We can try this out, na? Like it would be 19 or 28, 37, 46 or 55 or 64, 73, 82 or 91. If we subtract 18 from it, we will only get what? 1. This will give you 10, this will give you 19 but not same. So it should be a bigger number, isn't it? 91 minus 18 will not give the equal. 73 minus 18, 5. 13 minus 8 is 5 and then 6 minus 1 is 5. We are getting 55. That means these two are same. 73 is the number we are looking out for. The number is 73. That is in option C. We can also work this out with the options, don't worry. But none of the above, since it was given, that's why I haven't looked at the option. We just draw all the possible numbers, deduct 18 from it and be quick with understanding that what kind of answer you would be getting. 73 minus 18 will give 55. That means the required number which we are seeking out for is 73 and that is in option C. So answer is 73. If the product of 4 consecutive positive integers, so let the 4 consecutive positive integers be a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 3d with the gap of 2d. Yes, when we multiply this, a square minus 9d square into a square minus d square equals 358,800 multiplied. Now with help of calculator also we can very easily find this. 358,800, if I do the double, we are getting 24. That means numbers are very close to 24 and on. So 24, if I start with 358,800 divided by 24 gives 1490, divided by 25 gives 598, divided by 26 gives 23. Wonderful. That means this is 23 into 24 into 25 into 26. No need to use this. We can find the answer straight away with calculator, isn't it? Now what is the sum? Sum is 23 plus 24 plus 25 plus 26. 49, 49 is 98. So sum of these 4 integers is 98. That features in option C. The cost of manufacturing X toys by a company is given by this. This is the cost function. and the revenue from selling these is given by this. How many toys must be produced and sold in order to realize a profit? First of all, profit function is cost function minus revenue function. That will give us loss actually. So it should be revenue function minus cost function, isn't it? R minus C. Yes, profit function is revenue function minus cost function. Revenue function is 150x minus 2500 minus 100x. So that is 50x minus 2500. You will realize profit when this profit function is greater than 0, because equals to 0 means there is no profit, no loss. It should be greater than 0. That means 50x should be greater than 2500. X should be greater than 2500 divided by 50, that is 50. The company should sell number of units that should be greater than 50. How many toys must be produced and sold in order to realize a profit? It should not be 50 or more. It should be 51 or more, because profit would be only realized when they are producing and selling more than 50. So in order to realize profit, number of units produced and sold should be 51 or more. Option A fits in. Mr. X deposited equal amount of money with two banks, paying same simple interest per annum. He received 11,800 from the first bank in 3 years and 13,000 from the second bank in 5 years. How much does he invested in both the banks together? Since he have invested equal amount and with the same simple interest, we can say that whatever is the difference in the interest is 1200, and difference in the years is 5 and 3, that is 2 years. That means on one amount, on one principal, 2 years interest is 1200. 1 year interest is 600. 3 year interest is 1800. 11,800 minus 1800 is 10,000. We can check here also. 5 years interest is 600 into 5, that is 3,000. 13,000 minus 3,000 is 10,000. 10,000 is invested in both the bank. Fine. Then how much is invested in both the banks together is 10 plus 10, that is 20,000 rupees. Option B fits in. A man constructed a building worth 13,31,000 and purchased a land worth 7,29,000. Land appreciated 10% per annum, compounding, and building depreciates at 10% per annum compounding. After how many years will the value of both be same? That means 13,31,000 into 1.1 to the power n equals 7,29,000. Okay, land appreciates at 10%, building depreciates. That means building should be depreciating. It should be 13,31,000 into 1 minus 10% is 0.9 to the power n, and land is 7,29,000 into 1.1 to the power n. Now we can use our dost that will help us out. 1331,000 divided by 729,000, that is 1.82. Doesn't make any sense, but yes, here the numbers make sense. If we deduct these zeros, 1331 is 11 cube by 729 is 9 cube. This is equals to 1.1 by 0.9 to the power n, or this also can be written as 11 by 9 to the power n, and this is 11 by 9 whole cube. Now if we compare these two, straight away we'll get n equals to 3. So in 3 years both of them's value would be same. That is in option C. Option C, 3 years is the answer. How many different words with or without meaning can be formed taking 4 letters from the word Moradabad? Now simply we can't use NPR here because we can see that there are few letters like A which is occurring thrice. A. Then we have D occurring twice. Then we have M, O, R, B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 alphabets and 9 letters. Now we need to frame words taking 4 letters at a time. So here we can develop cases. Number 1, if we are taking all different letters, or we can say all different alphabets, then how many different alphabets do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can choose any 4 in 6C4 ways, and then we can permute them to give us words. 6C4 is 5 into 3, 15, and factorial 4 is 24. So that would be 360. Now, second case, we can take 2 same and 2 different alphabets. So 2 same alphabets can be only selected out of these 2 alphabets. So out of 2, I have selected 1 alphabet and I have taken another partner of that 2. Now from the remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I need to select 2 more. Now I have 4 letters with me which can be arranged in factorial 4 ways, but out of that 2 are of same kind. So how many words can be formed taking 2 same and 2 different? 2 into 10 into 24 by 2, that is 240. Now next case is 2 same, another 2 are also same. Now we have got 2 alphabets to select from and we need both. So that would be 2C2. Now we have 4 letters, but 2 are of same kind and 2 are of same kind. So 24 by 2 into 2 is 4. That gives us 6. Now fourth case also we can have, where we can have 3 same and 1 different. 3 same we can select only from 1 alphabet. Now out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we need to select 1 more alphabet. We have 4 letters out of which 3 are alike. So number of words that can be formed would be 1 into 5 into 24 by 6. That is 4 into 5 is 20. So how many words we can have from the letters of the word Moradabad taking 4 letters at a time? 3, 4, 5, 6, 626. That features in option A. In the final of a beauty contest between 2 contestants, 1/4 of the number of judges voted for Miss A. Miss A को 1/4 votes. Half the number of judges voted for K. Half. 2 voted for both. Okay. 2 voted for both, whereas 8 did not vote for any one of them. So we can use Venn diagram for this. 2 voted, 8 voted for none, and this is like 1/4 is 25%, and this is 50%. What is the ratio of the number of judges voted and number of judges not voted for the contestant? We need to find this n is to this. Now total number of votes are x. This is equals to number of judges voted for first one plus number of judges voted for the second one minus the common one, we can use A plus B minus A intersection B plus those who haven't voted. So now if we solve this, we can get x minus x by 2 is x by 2, x by 2 minus x by 4 will give x by 4, 25%. So x by 4 is equals to 6, x equals to 24. Total number of votes, total number of judges are 24. So what is the ratio? Number of judges voted. Number of judges voted are 24 minus 8, that is 16. And number of judges who haven't voted is 8. So the ratio we are looking out for is 16 is to 8, that is 2 is to 1. We can also check how we can get 16 here. 24 1/4 is 6, that means it should be 4. And 24 half, 50% is 12, that should be 10. So 10 plus 2, 12 plus 4 is 16. Voted is to 8 who haven't voted. So the ratio is 2 is to 1, that features in option B. At a party, cocktail drinks, snacks, and food is served. Cocktail drinks and snacks are not taken alone. That means alone part 0 for cocktail drinks and 0 for snacks. All three items are also not served together. So this common space is also 0. 30% of people have only cocktail drinks and snacks. Only cocktail drinks and snacks. Cocktail drinks and snacks is taken by 30% of the people. 20% have only food. Only food 20%. And 70% have snacks. Total is 70% for snacks. That means food and snacks is 70 minus 30. That means 40% of the people have taken food and snacks. If everybody has something, then how many people have food? Now, we know that cocktail and food is taken by how many? We have 30, 20, 70 and we have feed in. The total should be 100. So 30 plus 40 is 70 plus 20 is 90. This should be equals to 10%. Now what is the percentage of people who have taken food altogether? 10 plus 40 plus 20. 10 plus 40 plus 20, that is 70%. 70% of the people have taken food, that is in option D. Suraj can go downstream thrice as fast as it can go upstream between two specific points. So time taken in going downstream by time taken in going upstream is 1:3. Because thrice fast, that means upstream time would be more, downstream time is less. Good enough. So time we know the formula for time. Time is equals to distance by effective speed in this case. So distance is d, then downstream is w plus m upon d upon m minus w, that is 1/3. So m minus w upon m plus w is 1/3. 3m minus 3w equals m plus w. 2m equals to 4w. M equals 2w. This is what we have got. If river flows at 8 km per hour, that means w is 8. What is the speed of the boat? That is m in the still water. M is 2 into 8, that is 16 km per hour, and that is in option D. D is the answer. There are X members in a club whose average age is 26 years. Total age 26x. Three more persons join them. Now we have x plus 3 at the 35th annual general meeting, and thus the average age of members now increases by 1 year. That means become 27. Total becomes 27 into x plus 3. If the average age of 3 new member joining at the 35th AGM is 29, that means age of 3 new member is 29 into 3, then find x. It's simple that 26x plus 29 into 3, that is 87. This should be equals to 27 into x plus 3. So 87 minus 27 into 3 equals 27x minus 26x, that is x. 27 into 3 is 81. 87 minus 81 is 6. X is equals to 6. Find x. X is equals to 6. That is in option C. Can we use the jungle rule for this? Average of x people is 26 and average of 3 people is 29, and the combined average becomes 27. Here the distance is 1, here the distance is 2. If 1 means 3, then 2 means 6. Bingo! X is equals to 6. Rule 6, jungle rule, is always a hit. Answer is 6 in just few seconds. Mohan was supposed to divide 23,40,000 among his 3 sons, A, B, C, in the ratio half is to 1/3 is to 1/4. That means it's simply height 2 multiply the rest 12, height 3 multiply the rest, height 4 multiply the rest. That is simply 6 is to 4 is to 3. He wants to divide in the ratio 6 is to 4 is to 3. But by mistake he divided the money in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 4. Okay. Who among the 3 gains the most and how much? Okay. So A is supposed to get 6 by 10 and 13, B 4 by 13, and C 3 by 13, but have got 2 by 7 and 9. 2 by 9, he have got 3 by 9, and he have got 4 by 9. Okay, 54 minus 26, 28 points. 36 minus 39, minus 3 points. 27 minus 52, minus 25 points. Now the question is, who gains the most? Obviously, C gains the most. And by how much? Minus 25 by 13 into 9 points. 25 into 23,40,000 divided by 13 divided by 9 equals 5 lakh. C gains by 5 lakh. Option D fits in. The ratio of present age of Ruchi and Suchi is 7 and 5. The difference between the present age of Ruchi is 7x, and that of Suchi 6 year hence minus 5x plus 6. This is equals to 2. That means 2x minus 6 is 2, 2x is 8, x is equals to 4. Present age of Ruchi is 7 into 4, that is 28, and present age of Suchi is 5 into 4, that is 20. What is the difference between present age of Ruchi and Suchi? That is 8 years. Features in option C. A shopkeeper sells one unit each of three items XYZ at a loss of 21%, 11%, and 10%. That means 21%, 79% recovery in X, 89% recovery in Y, and 90% recovery of Z. That is the selling price. The overall loss on selling Y and Z is 10.40, and overall loss on selling X and Y is 14.33. Then what is the overall loss percentage on selling all the three items? Now here we can use rule 6 on losses. If we consider YZ, loss on Y is 11% and loss on Z is 10%, and overall loss is minus 10.40. Distance between this is 0.40, distance between this is 0.60. Ratio of cost price of Y and Z is 2:3. Again, for X and Y, loss on X is 21, loss on Y is 11, and overall loss is 14.33. Instead of 14.33, let me write 14 1 by 3, that is 42 43 by 3. 43 by 3. So the distance here is 63 minus 43, that would be 20 by 3, and distance here would be 43 and 33, that would be 10 by 3. So here ratio would be 1:2. So ratio of X and Y is 1:2 and Y and Z is 2:3. That means ratio of cost price is 1:2:3. So selling price on if we take 1, 2 and 3 rupees, selling price of first is 0.79. Selling price of second is this into 2, 9, 18, 1, 16, 17, 1.78, and this into 3, that is 2.70. So 8, 16, 17, 1, 21, 22, 2 and 5. So out of 6 rupees, only 5.27 is recovered. Then what is the overall loss percentage on selling all the three items? Loss is, if out of 600, 527 is recovered, loss is of 73 rupees. Percentage loss 73 by 600 in 200. That comes to 2.16%. That is in option A. Some Rahul invested his money in the ratio 1:3 in a 8% stock at 120. 8% is the return from the stock, where the stock base value is generally taken as 100, and the purchase price of the 1 unit of stock is 120 rupees. Return is 8%, that is rupees 8 only, because normally base price is taken as 100. And 5% stock at the rate 110, here return is rupees 5 per stock, but purchase price is 110 in the ratio of 1:3. Instead, had he invested the entire sum in a 12% stock at 99, his income at the year end would have increased by 1860. How much did Rahul invested in 8% stock? Suppose he invested X rupees in 8% stock. Then how many stock he have purchased? X by 120, and per unit he is getting 8 rupees. Plus he have invested 3x in 110 rupees stock. So how many stock he have purchased? 3x by 110, and his income is into 5. This is his initial income. So 4 2 4 30 15, and this is 22. X by 15 plus 3x by 22. So 22x plus 45x by 15 into 22, that is 67x by 15 into 22, that is the initial income. If the entire sum 4x is invested at 99 at 12% is stock, this would be the new income. Now it says that new income is more than the old income by 1860. 34333. That means 16x by 33 minus 67x by 3 into 5 into 2 into 11. This is equals to 1860. Our LCM would be 3 into 11 into 10. 160x minus 3 into 11 into 10, 67x is 1860. Therefore, x equals 1860 into 330 divided by 6093. So 1860 into 330 divided by 93 gives 6600. How much did Rahul invested in 8% stock? He invested rupees X, that is 6600, that is in option D. A shopkeeper earned profit in rupees by selling an item which is 3 times the discount offered. If the discount offered is 6.25%, what is his profit percentage? Very good. So we have an MP and then discount rupees is given. This is equals to selling price. And profit is equals to selling price minus cost price. Now it says that profit is equals to 3 times the discount offer. 3D. That means P is 3D, SP is MP minus D minus CP. 4D, MP minus CP. MP minus CP is 4D, 4 times the discount amount. If the discount offered is 6.25%, discount is always offered on MP. So D is 6.25% means 1 by 16, isn't it? Is MP by 16 in rupees now. So 4D minus MP is 16D, minus 16D is minus CP, CP is equals to 12D. What is his profit percentage? If I take D as 1, cost price is 12, CP is 12. Now since D is 1, P is equals to 3 times the discount. That means profit is 3 into 1, 3. Then what is this profit percentage? Profit percentage is 3 by 12, that is 1 by 4 or 25%. Option C fits in. Raja filled up a cylindrical vessel completely with wine. Raja. He then poured the wine into another cylindrical vessel which is owned by Rani, but has a radius 20% more than that the vessel owned by Raja. That means if radius here is R, here the radius is 1.2 R. What is the percentage reduction in the height of the wine level in the new cylindrical vessel owned by Rani? That means we are just looking out for height ratio. H1, H2. If volume is same. Radius is 20% more. What is the percentage reduction in the height of the wine level? So, volume of cylinder is given by pi r square h. That means pi r square h1 is equals to pi 1.2 r whole square into h2. R square cancel. h1 by h2 is 1.2 whole square, that is 1.44. 144 by 100, 72 by 50, or we can say 36 by 25. What is the percentage reduction in the height of the wine level in the new cylinder? So percentage reduction is 11 based on 36. So percentage reduction in height would be h1 minus h2 by h1. Reference frame is the old one. 36 minus 25, that is equals to 11 by 36 into 100. That should be equals to 11 divided by 36 into 100 is 30.55%. Features in option B. Two friends, Ram and Shyam, decided to race down a track 980 meters. The speed of Ram and Shyam is in the ratio of 3:4. Ram takes 30 more minutes than Shyam to reach the finishing point. Okay, so time taken by Ram to reach the finishing point is distance by his speed minus time taken by Shyam is distance by his speed. Obviously, it have taken more time, and how much more times? Ram have taken 30 more minutes. Let it be in hours, that is 1 by 2. What is the time taken by Ram to finish the race? We are looking out for 980 by 3x value. So, if I take 1 by x common and 980 also common, 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 by 12 is half. 6x is equals to 980, or 3x is equals to 490. So time taken by Ram is 980 by 490, that would be equals to 2 hours. That is in option A. Amar is thrice as good as Akbar. So, Amar, Akbar. If Amar takes x days to complete a work, Akbar will take 3x days, because Amar is thrice as good as Akbar, and therefore takes 60 days less than Akbar. That means 3x minus x equals to 2x equals to 60. X is 30. So Amar is taking 30 days and Akbar takes 90 days to complete a piece of work. They decided to work alternatively in stretches of 1 day each. Okay, we know the drill for this. Amar, Akbar, 30 days, 90 days. Let they need to produce 90 units. Then efficiency rate for Amar is 3 units per day and for Akbar is 1 unit per day. And they need to produce 90 units. If Amar starts the job, then in how many days job would be completed? Amar starts the job, he produces 3 and then Akbar comes and he produces 1. That means in one cycle they are producing 4 units. So 90 by 4 would be 22. So till 22nd cycles, 22 cycles, 22 into 4 is 88 units are produced in 22 cycles of 2 days. That means in 44 days, 88 units are produced. Now, Amar will come and produce the remaining 2 units in 2/3 of the day, isn't it? Amar is producing 3 units in a day, now only 2 units left. So Amar would be producing the remaining 2 units in 2/3 of the day. So total time required would be 44 2 by 3 days to complete the work. 44 2 by 3 days, that features in option C. Option C is the answer. Ajay and Vijay started working together and completed a job in 10 days. Okay, so A plus B can complete the work in 10 days. But Ajay did not work during the last 2 days. Okay. So Ajay worked actually for 8 days and Vijay worked for 10 days. That is what they say. In the first 7 days of their work, they together completed 80% of the job. If Ajay work alone, how long would he take to do the job? So in first 7 days. Now what happens in 8, 9 and 10 days? On 8th day, A have worked, B have worked. On 9th and 10th days, B have worked. That means this total work and this work, 3-day work of B and 1-day work of A. That means 1-day work of A plus 3-day work of B is equals to 20% of the work. Is equals to 20% of the work. We can say it is equals to 2 by 10. And 8 days work of A plus 10 days work of B is equals to 100% of the work. Because on the first 7 days they have completed 80%, or 7 by A plus 7 by B is equals to 80% of the work. We have these many equations to find the value of A. 1 by A plus 1 by B is 8 by 70. 1 by A plus 3 by B is 2 by 10. If I deduct these two, 1 by B common, 1 minus 3 equals 8 by 70 minus 2 by 10. Okay, so minus 2 by B is 8 minus 14, that is minus 6 by 70, that is 3. So B is 70 by 3. 1 by A plus 1 by B is 3 by 70 equals 8 by 70. 1 by A is 5 by 70. 14. A equals to 14. That means Ajay works alone, then he would take 14 days to complete the job. That is in option C. Cost of 1 kg X and 1 kg Y together is 95. If the price of X falls by 10%, and Y increases by 20%, then the combined price of 2 kg each comes to rupees 180. That means combined price of 1 kg each will come to 95. Sorry, 80 by 2 is 90. That means how much is the fall in the combined price? Fall in the combined price is 5 by 95 minus 100 by 19. So this would be 380 and 100, 480 by 19 the change, and here change would be 190 minus 190 by 19. So the ratio of prices of X and Y is 48:9. Cost price of X is 48 by 48 plus 9 is 57 into 95. 19 into 3, 19 into 5, and this is 60, that is 80. Therefore cost price of Y is 95 minus 80, that is 15. Now the question is, what is the difference between 1 kg price of X and Y? That is X minus Y is 80 minus 15, that is 65. Difference in prices is rupees 65, that is in option C. If the difference between compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum of money for 3 years at 5% per annum is 122. We know that delta 3 is given by pi square into I plus 3, where I is equals to R by 100. Delta means difference between SI and CI. So 122 equals P into 5%, 5 by 100 whole square into 5 by 100 plus 3. So P equals to 122 into 100 square into 100 by 25 into 305. So principal is 16,000. What would be the amount after 4 years if the money is invested at simple interest of 5% per annum? 16,000 is the principal. Now if this money is invested in 5%, what would be the simple interest after 4 years? After 4 years, simple interest would be 16,000 into 5 by 100 rate percent into 4. That is 160 into 20, that is 3200. So total amount received after 4 years would be 16,000 plus 3200, that is rupees 19,200, that is in option D. Thank you everyone for participating. This is Mohit Jain signing off from MJ's Maths and Stats or MJ Magic Studio to you, and in the hope that I'll see you soon and will see you soon. Take care and keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Thank you everyone.